We're lucky to own a high-profile dairy farm and cheese company, and we use our cheese company and our relationship with the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board to showcase how special farmstead cheeses are and the influence we have on the greater population outside of Wisconsin. We depend on dairy farms, we depend on cheese production as part of a flagship of our local economy, and if we lose our ability to sell our image and sell our cheese, it doesn't only affect our business, but it affects Wisconsin's cheese business as a whole. What makes our cheese special is our landscape, and it's the locality of it, and how the cows eat the grass that grows on our farm, and the grass is reflecting the soil microbes, and that all ends up in the cow's gut and through her udder and in our bulk tank and to our cheese vat. If ATC were to come through our property with the power line and gain an easement to come through our farm, I strongly doubt they'll be respectful of our fences, respectful of our pastures, and the last thing you want to hear is your cows are out, and the last thing you want to do is come and see that a pasture that you work day in and day out to try to maintain the productivity of that pasture destroyed by heavy equipment. And then obviously the fact that we have a power line that could be running right over our farm, that we don't really know the repercussions of that on the landscape and on our cows. You know, my cows are family, and if I lose healthy cows, it's like losing a child. I mean, they are the lifeblood of our business. All this is possible because of cattle. Property values for me as a dairy farmer are incredibly important because I don't have a 401k, and my hope is that the appreciation of my land and my business is what's going to allow me to retire someday. I'm 32 years old, that's a long time away from now, but it's still a possibility. And you know, Andy and I put our heart and soul into this business to try to make this work for our families. And if we have a power line that runs through and reduces the value on our balance sheet by 20-30%, like some of these figures are saying, that's huge to us. I'm a dairy farmer. I use power to milk my cows, I use power to run my water pumps, you know, everything. I'm not anti-electricity, but I am against the power line that's not needed.
The power line is a bit of a horror for us. One of the two proposed routes would pass right through our farm, right across the southern edge of our farm. We are a producer of cheese here and sell cheese all over the country, and we host several hundred of our customers every year here on the farm. And our biggest markets are the coast: New York, Boston, San Francisco, Seattle. And when these cheese customers come into southwestern Wisconsin, they feel as if they're coming to the Napa Valley of cheese making. They spend 2 or 3 days driving around, visiting small cheesemakers. And for them, it's a peak experience for somebody in the cheese world. And the character of our landscape, like the character of, say, Napa Valley or Burgundy or the Loire Valley, is a key part of that experience. And obviously, 150-foot transmission lines running straight through our dairy farm would shatter that. Our cows are rotationally grazed on pasture in the summer months, and we make an aged cheese from that summer grass-fed milk. Processes like this are extremely sensitive to the environment, the quality of soil, water, plant composition. All of that's reflected in the character of the cheese. And small-scale producers like us, our competitive edge is that we produce this distinctive, nuanced product, and so the running the risk of diminishing the character of our cheese even slightly really threatens to upend the whole business model. If this power line is built through our farm, I would like to think it wouldn't put us out of business entirely, but of course that would depend on some of these unknown impacts on soil and animal health. As a small business in a rural area that sells its products mostly in big cities, we look at our local economic impact as bringing in dollars from New York, San Francisco, Chicago, and spreading them around Iowa County and southwest Wisconsin. So we spend about a little over $1 million a year in Iowa, Lafayette, Dane counties, and not a big number by big business standards, but for around here, it's meaningful. It's meaningful to the lives of our employees and suppliers, and we'd like that number to grow. And it's the transmission line would put that growth in a serious doubt.